Hi guys, it's Rebecca here, and I am going to do another video on the poly nails. This time I'm going to be doing a fill-in and a nail change. As you can see, it is now time for me to get my fill-in. Sorry, I've been getting ready to buff it and everything and get the stuff off. So they held up very well. Everything did really good. And they've grown out, so now I'm going to do the fill-in. Also, like I have told in previous videos, I do the overlay on top of my toes, so I'm going to be buffing that and freshening that up as well. So I'm kind of holding the camera right now so I can show you guys, so bear with me just a second here. As you can see, I've already buffed this one up and gotten it rough. And I'm moving on along the line, but I'm going to be doing a polish change, so I wanted to make sure that I got these all ready as well and putting another layer on top of my toes, like I've told you previously that I do that and that it is okay to do that. I'll be back in a little bit. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the file. I actually have a Dremel, so it goes a little faster for me. So I'm going to be taking all the gel polish off and filing everything down and buffing it and getting it ready to go. I'm doing my toes first, and then I'll do my hands, and then I will pop back on, show you guys where I'm at, give you some steps and anything that I've come across, and we'll go through the whole process today. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will be back. Okay, so I am back. I've gotten everything filed and buffed. I am going to replace one nail. When I filed it, I actually filed it too low, so that's something to be careful with. If you file them too much, they will break off when you're doing your fill-ins, so be careful with that. My toes as well are prepped and ready to get their coat on, and I'm just going to use a clear gel this go around because I'm just doing the fill-in, and I'm going to be painting them with nail polish, so I'm not worried about the colored gels that I have available to me, so I'm just going to use those. I was going to do where I just filled in with the gel and not use the applicator tips. I'm going to try one of those, see how that goes, and then I'm going to try it with the applicator tip and figure out which one is easier to do. I will let you know when I get done with that. So for now, I'm going to hop off and I'm going to go ahead and do the toes. Let's see, I guess. Okay. So I have done one just a regular like you would a fill at the nail salon, and then I did one with the tabs. I personally like the tab to work. It works better. Sorry, I'm trying to get something set up over here for us. But so that you guys can see, you take and you squeeze good amount on your spatula. And now if you're going to do it like a regular fill-in, you're going to take, I'm going to do it on the pinky. You're going to take and do it like this right here, just like you would for the regular. Wet your brush. And then you're just going to kind of pat it and fill it into right where you need it to go around the base of your nail. And then pull it forward. Have a paper towel so you can wipe off your extra, because you will have extra. As you can see, you want to wipe that off. And sticky little suckers there. Re-wet your brush, because you want to finish smoothing and bringing it all the way out. Now, that is one way that you can do the fill. Just kind of bring it in like that. The only thing, I personally like doing the tab because it keeps the form and it gives me the space that I'm going to need to be able to do the filing and everything. I have issues when it comes to filing, so I need the extra space. But as you can see, you're just kind of brushing and smoothing it. And you bring it all the way down. Then, like you normally do, just kind of clean around your bed, around the finger. And then you've got your fill-in, and then you want to make sure, look at it in this direction where you face it, so you can see if you have any lumps that need to be smoothed out, so that you can smooth it out in both directions. This way and this way. And then again, clean and sweep around the nail, because you want to make sure that you don't have any major lumps when you're doing it. So make sure you look at it really good so that everything's all smooth out. And then you're going to put it underneath the light and cure it. And then it's going to be ready to go. So I'm going to, sorry, had an itch. I'm going to use the tabs for a majority of mine. Like I said, I like to have the little extra over on my fingers. But as far as filling it in, you can do it like you normally do for a real fill-in at the nail salon. Just put the gel on it, smooth it down, take it to the ends where it needs to go, clean your nail bed off, and then cure it. Once I get done, like I said, I'm going to use the tabs for this fill-in because I just feel like it would be better for me. When I get done, I'll come back on, show you guys where I'm at, do the filing and the painting, and should be good to go. Again, your steps are you want to buff, clean, brush off dust, prep the nails by doing it that way. You want to, again, buff them, clean them with alcohol, then you do the base coat, cure it, then you do the gels, and like I said, you can either do it with the tabs or you can do it without the tabs as I just showed you. Cure each nail as you do it, bring them back out. When you're done with your set, then you're going to file it and shape them the way that you want them shaped, and then you're going to do your top coat and you'll cure that, and then you will want to paint the nail if you're going to paint them, if you're not keeping them natural or doing a colored gel. Then you'll do your color, you'll dry your color with the light, then you'll come back on and you'll put your top coat on it again, and then you'll re-cure it after you've done that, and then your nails will be good to go. So I will come back and show you before I do any filing where I'm at, and then after I do the filing, I'll come in and show you when I do the base coat and the paint and all that, and then I'll show you the final finished product. My toes are ready to be filed and shaped and everything, and then go through the base coat, top coat. It's going to file them, top coat, paint, top coat, in that order, and you're going to cure each step in between. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please do ask, because I'm here to help you guys. I'm doing the experience for you so that I try to save you from having too many questions when you get your sets and you're trying to do this, because it was very frustrating for me when I first got my set and had no clue what I was doing. So hopefully I can help other people and save them that heartache. So thanks, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, something that I didn't tell you guys, when you're doing the tip applicator part for the fill-in, I've said it in other videos, but I want to make sure I say it here. When you do it, bear with me, make sure you're putting plenty of the gel for one. And you're going to do it just like you do for the full set, putting it in there. Remember, you want to spread it, kind of pat it down and spread it in. Make sure it's all the way up on all the sides, okay? It's very important. Make sure it goes all the way to the sides. Smooth it down a little bit. Clean off your edges. Make sure they're nice and smooth. Pat them down because you don't want them rigid. Finish smoothing them out. Then when you put it on, you're going to turn it and you want to press it, okay, really good. This is the only time you really want to put a lot of pressure when you're doing it. And again, you want to look and make sure there's no gap here. You want to make sure that you're completely down on top of the nail that you're doing the fill-in on. You want it to be completely there. So this is the only time that you will actually put decent pressure down when you're doing this, is when you're doing tips and when you're doing a fill-in with it, because you want to make sure there's no huge gap in between the original nail and what you're doing for your fill. Okay, and then you're gonna, again, like you do with everything else, you want to clean up around the sides, make sure you don't have too much overage, and then you're gonna cure it. I just wanted to make sure that I made that very clear for you guys on that part. And as you can see, I've got a lot of filing to do, but I've got the fill-in complete on that part, and I just need to do the filing now. And underneath, you can see I've got quite a bit of work to do there, but again, it's trial and error. As you do it, the better you're going to get, the easier it's going to be as well. So, you know, it's just taking time and getting it done. I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks, guys. And I forgot to show you guys my toes. There's my toes. There's my fingers. Everything's all done. Sorry about that. Had forgotten about that part. Alright, so I got everything done and completed. As you can see, they are done. Filling is complete. Everything went well. They seem to be holding up pretty good. Now this time I did them really long for me, so I can see how well they hold up to length and durability and things like that. I still got to clean them up a little bit, but that is a fill-in and the nail change. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Don't forget to like the button below and subscribe and refer me to your friends and share this video. Thanks.